Hello everyone, welcome back. So today I'm in mid-Wales in Aberystwyth. I hope I said that right, correct me if I'm wrong. We're here to check out the longest cliff railway in Britain. It's also got a very nice pier. Remains of a very old castle. We're going to start here in the harbour. Come on. Ooh, quite a drop. And it's lined with these really posh houses that have been built in the past few years that have a magnificent view. Oh, that's someone's car alarm. They need to get that sorted out. That sounds well wrong. It's quite a drop here actually. You can of course get down the steps to get to your boat. It's low tide. The tide doesn't come up too far actually. So right now is the entrance to the harbour. As you can see where all the boats come in. I'm right on the furthest point actually of the harbour right now, and you can see those coloured houses. You'll see a lot more of them beyond the castle, and you might be able to see in the very distance the longest cliff railway in Britain. Tell you what, I bet some of these houses up here are worth a lot of money, especially that one. That looks very expensive. Water's a lovely colour today. So this jetty almost feels a bit like a pier. Aberystwyth does have a pier. We'll have a walk through there, check it out. And of course the castle where it all began. Just realised these benches, look, they're like serpents, they're like snakes. Can you see that? So some people say right up the northern end of the promenade, up the cliff railway, we get some of the best views of Wales. The beach this side isn't overly that great. It's a lot better over the other side, which we'll come to see in a minute, but still quite a few people enjoying it up here. It's a bit more quieter. I'm going to try out my Welsh with something easy. So RNLI lifeboat, no parking. RNLI bad at cub dim parko. Did I say that right? Let me know in the comments. The few people that I have met in Wales on my travels have all spoken to me in Welsh to begin with. It's weird, isn't it? You take a look at the sand, you could be forgiven you're actually in Tenerife because it almost looks a little bit volcanic. Dark sand. The famous coloured buildings of Aberystwyth. There's plenty more around the other side. I always see that abroad actually, never see that in the UK. People were supposed to be a good omen or something doing this. People love to stack these on the beach. Apparently it's a good omen or brings you good luck. When you pick up any of these stones, look how all of them are completely and utterly flat. They're all really thin. Every single one you pick up. There's hardly any that are rounded. Just look at that. So let's head up the castle, or what is left of the castle anyway. Now the original castle that was built here in Aberystwyth was actually probably somewhere around here. Again, it's fairly common, especially in Wales, to have castles very close to the sea. You also do get some great views of the coastline from up here too. It's not overly that high, but it's high enough. So you can walk around the outer walls there, some of the inner walls here. Some of it's been preserved. You can see how they've done some work on this bit just to protect it. I think this is one of the most intact parts of the castle actually. The north facing wall and entrance. But I do love having a good walk around a castle, especially by the seaside. It's even better. You can probably see the pier just in front of us, especially on a sunny day. The last time I was here actually it was really windy. Look at this. Fascinating history though. This also looks pretty good when it's lit up at night too. But you can explore. Oh, you can explore around some parts of the castle, which looked still pretty much intact. Was this a fireplace maybe? I don't know. It's amazing to think the people that originally put these in, it's a good couple of thousand years ago. I think this is the, other than that one over there, this is the biggest other part of intact castle. Look at that old window up there, look. And you still find some little odd little stairs and what look like rooms, but they're not. Kind of like you just go through here, go up the steps, and then you kind of come out here. So yeah, definitely check this place out. It's free to come in and have a little bit of an explore. Look how the water changes colour here. Again, not very often do you see grand buildings like this on a seafront. Reminds you of Hogwarts a little bit, doesn't it? Some of the sandstone in this is beautiful. Just seems so weird to see it so close to the sea. Get some restoration work done out here, I think. So of course, with its teaching heritage, Aberystwyth of course very important. This is the old college. Such a beautiful building here on the seafront. This is the best place to do a little bit of rock pooling though, look at that. Aberystwyth Pier, it's not overly that long. In fact, it's kind of strange because it's all kind of like bunched and squeezed together in the first part of the pier, and then there's just that tiny little bit at the end, but we'll have a look. And also of course, it's only right that I check out underneath the pier too. Blimey, these are steep. The sand is not really kind of sand, it's like loads of tiny little bits of shells and tiny little bits of stones. But also that's probably why it's dark, because of all the slate. But if you've ever seen me on any other videos as I visit the coastline up and down the UK, I've always got to go and check out under the pier. A lot of people don't go under here. Wow, look at this. They all have their own unique feel, you know, when you go under the piers around the country. And this pier definitely has almost, I don't know, an unwelcoming feel to it. Probably because of all the rocks. Is that slate? I think it might be. But yeah, it almost looks alien, doesn't it? But you can see how old the pier looks from this angle. Obviously I'm not going to attempt to walk on this, although no, I'm not actually. And just look at all the slate there, look at that, how it's just lying like that. So right on the front of this pier there's a big old fish and chip shop. Obviously you've got to walk through the amusement arcade. So the arcade is over there. This area is like a big pool room. There's a bar. Look outside. Look at the very understated pier. Love these seats. Random, what looks like cut down trees. It's a bit strange. Coming right to the end of the pier though, and taking in the views of Aberystwyth and the famous coloured houses just there, and the seafront here. This area where all the rocks are exposed doesn't overly look that great, does it? So the back of the pier, look at those windows. I believe there is a seafood restaurant up there. Now I know what these trees are, because they have all lights on it. Also been taken down probably because of the wind. I think this is the best way to walk out rather than going into... Oh, the restaurant is upstairs, just there. You kind of forget you're in a pier actually, because it's quite big in here. Wow. Look how nice this is. And they're doing something, opening up a bar there. Wow, I love all this. It's wood, isn't it? Yeah, looks like steel, but it's wood. I'd love that in my house, actually. So leaving the pier behind, if you want to do a little bit of shopping, the town obviously is just over there. But where we're walking to next, along the seafront, and then obviously up to the top of the railway to get some amazing views of Wales. Again, you can just see how dark the sand is compared to much further up the coast in Barmouth. Bit of a coffee shop going on with some cookies. So do let us know in the comments of your memories of Aberystwyth, how it's changed, for the good or for the bad. It's almost like a little mini pier here. Talking of mini piers, Cardigan Bay has such a cute little mini pier. There's nothing really on it other than it's just a pier, but it's really short. More coffee on the seafront. And you may see on postcards the colours of the building in Aberystwyth on the seafront. I absolutely love these pastel colours, and I think they look so good on a seafront, especially when the sun shines, but even when it doesn't and it's a little bit dull, it's nice and colourful. Although that feels a little bit sorry for itself. So there's no real amusements on the seafront in Aberystwyth, which is different compared to a lot of seaside resorts. I think it's kind of nice. You don't always need it because you've got the beach. So unbelievably, this is the actual bandstand, but it's also rented out for other events. I believe today there is a bit of a craft fair in here, but I just wanted to show you in here because it's a really beautiful building. Look at the ceiling. Look at that. So yeah, there's a stage there, music goes on, but a bit of a craft fair, some arty stuff in here today. Again, loads of seafront bed and breakfasts and hotels. Beautiful day for the beach. See all the slate there, look, all that Welsh slate, look. Let us know if you've stayed in any of these, and any recommendations will be good. So return's going to cost me £6.50. Just look how busy the beach used to be. And compare that today on a nice sunny day. Brilliant, thank you very much. Got my ticket to go. What's weird about the train is actually it's angled as well. Let's go into, can we go on the very end? You can stand up here, so let's just go in so we get a bit of a bird's eye view. And what's really interesting with other cliff top railways, they're not slanted like this, so this is quite unusual. But I'm allowed to stand here, so we just wait to go. And it actually doesn't go up in one steep movement, it kind of goes up, down a little bit, and then back up. And we're off, albeit rather slowly. Obviously there's a reason why this is called a railway, and it's the longest cliff railway in Britain, and it does all the lumps and bumps that railway tracks do as well. So I've just realised we're now kind of, the whole thing's leant forward a bit. I guess it's because of the steepness. Look at that, it looks so weird. So obviously right now I'm angled a little bit down. As it comes up here, it'll kind of angle back up again. Wow. There's actually a cafe up here. There's bowling really randomly. So here is the view. And wow, it certainly doesn't disappoint. See the whole of Aberystwyth there. So I'm not right at the very top because I can go up there to get a full 180 view of mid Wales, which is what we're going to do. It's just really random. There's a bowling alley at the top here. I've just realised there is an actual path. Why do the path when you can cut it out? Is this kind of golf or something? Tell me in the comments, I don't know what that is. So right now at the top of Constitution Hill here in Aberystwyth, completely out of breath. But look at the stunning views you get towards North Wales over there, and then swinging around to Aberystwyth. So on a clear day like it is today, but it's a little bit misty, you can see Barmouth over there, and obviously Mount Snowdon. It's around about 45 miles, so we can almost just see the peak in the distance. Well, I can, I don't know whether you can on the camera. Yeah, this is pretty high. Woo, quite a drop.
Yes.
You start to see parts of South Wales. Again, it's a little bit misty today. So if you fancy seeing Barmouth just further down the coast, click here. If you want to see the worst rated holiday park in Wales, click here. I'll see you next time.